Another video today. So today I wanted to do another update on the Halloween event. What I think you can get if you're not really shooting for the base skin, and what I think you can go for, as well as some battle reports where I think people can improve. As always, if you want to support this channel, like, comment, or anything else, just reach out to me. If you're looking for more advice personalized for you, reach out to me via Twitch, Discord, or in the game, and we can discuss that. So without further ado, so the role game, obviously, I got a lot of questions asked by people. If I'm going for the skin, what's the best way to do it? How do I get that chance? But guys, a lot of this game is luck, right? So as you roll, and if you buy packs, you're going to have to buy packs regardless. You're not going to get the skin free to play. It's going to be roughly, it could really vary though, but it's going to be roughly probably close to $400 to get the skin, right? So let's say for hypothetically you buy a $50 pack. You have 50 rolls, $100 gets you 100 rolls. Let's say you do that. The more you roll, the more this is going to be maxed out and the better rewards you're going to get. But what will happen is once you hit enough rolls, it's timed randomly. You're going to get these, they're called mystery store, that come up on the side. It's a little present, and they're going to offer you packs. One-time fee, one time to buy them. So for example, if you get a $100 one, you're guaranteed to get those tickets, right? So the tickets obviously buy the skins, other resources you can get, things like that. So it's really hard if you're shooting for the skin and you drop, I don't know, $200 on here. It's really hard to get. You have to average between 200, close to 250 tickets. So you would have to get almost every other roll tickets and hope that they're more than 4 or whatever it is. Otherwise, you're not going to hit the goal to get it. So as you can see here, this is the other game, but that's not what I want to go into. As you can see down here, that's where how many you need to get it, right? There's some other good incentives. You can also get this, which is a nameplate. You can also get the data if you need it for your drone. This is a great place to get it because it's pretty cheap. So for 5 tickets, it's 100, gives you 100,000 of data for your drone, which is pretty good. Also, I like the statues. That's one of the other ones. You can get that 4 times. This gives you a lot. So for 1,000, it gives you like about 7 upgrades on decorations. So if you're behind on certain areas, this is a really good way because you can obviously, grab these and restore it. This one is also a real popular one I see people getting, which is essentially just a permanent special effects skin. It gives you a 1.5% boost in damage, and that stays permanent. So if you get a couple of them, they start to stack up. You can use them. I did get some of the data. I got one of the nameplates as well. I also got some of the drone. So as I go on, what I'm probably going to focus on, if I get enough, is either the effect, or I'm going to go for some more of the statues, because I feel like the decorations, you can't go wrong, and that's a pretty good deal. 150 is not bad, but again, you're going to probably spend money to get there. If I had a choice, I'd probably push for the speed ups or the data, because obviously, like I said, for season 1, you're going to need a lot of them. Here too, you have that spooky event where you get the candy. Don't forget that on here, you can get up to 300 daily, as you see up here. I'm only at 173. I still have time where I can get more before the reset, and that's every single day. And then if you're not familiar, when you go in here, you also get your daily task as well. So when you log in, you get 1 token. When you buy a pack, you get 1 token. When you recruit 2 players, you get a token, and then the rest, you see what you get. So you can claim them all. If you already get them, you don't get more for the day. And then you have this pass. And then what I want to talk about is the gear. So I've been seeing a lot of people how they push. Again, there's no wrong way to do it. There's what some people push a certain way, others push another way. But what I've been seeing a lot of, and I'll show you one of the ones I lost because I have no problem doing that. So for example here, much stronger than me, right? Push super heavy on his offensive side. You can see here he actually pushed to 2 red guns for his offensive. But if you look here, you can see actually pushed a lot on very heavily on offense. But if you look here, he didn't really push much at all on his radar. Instead, he went with the guns, which again, everyone builds different. You can go offense. Me personally, with the setup he has here, I probably, if I had enough red prints, I'm pushing radar because I want to take more damage than worrying about my guns. If I'm doing my guns, I'm getting them to 4, and then I'm going to get them eventually to the red gear. But I'd rather have my front have radar and give me that crit damage rate of the 30% less. And that's what I talk about a lot. That's also the debate between the what to push first, is the armor or the radar. People push the armor for the air because those two are energy damage they take away. But at the end of the day, if you're pushing red gear for defense, the amount you're getting at the red gear is so much better as the first thing to get than the armor, because you're getting a 30%. And that's the whatever the damage you're getting. So if you have someone, let's just look at this for example where I was, right? So I have her damage to me, let's just say DVA was total crit damage 6.86. So let's just say it's 600, right? And you're getting 30%. So right off the bat, take 30% off that is less damage that's coming just from them, and that's collectively, right? Where if we compare it to our armor here, you're going to see what the armor gives you, and it says reduced chances of taking a critical hit. Doesn't even mean it's guaranteed. So you have a 15% chance that you may reduce it. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to, right? So you look at that and you see that and you're like, all right, well, I mean, even if it does give it, it's a 15% that you're getting compared to a 30. I mean, that's a huge difference, right? And that's why I preach. But like I said, you see this all the time, and that's why I tell you, you can get away for now. I'd rather push more of my offensive heroes, get 4 stars on my gun, than try and push to the red gear, because I'd rather have my front stronger because it's going to allow them to work. And really, unless you have enough red gear to push to the red gun, I'm not really concerned with it. If I get it to 4 and I come back and do it after, I'm fine with that, because I'd rather have my front stronger and hold and do more damage. Because now, let's just think about it. If I get both my front, they both take 30% damage. Let's just say each of them take a 30%, right? Let's say you get hit with 12 million damage, critical hit, from all their heroes. Let's say you take 30%, from that, and then you have another 30%, that's going to be the difference. That might be the difference between you winning and losing, right? But, I mean, you can see this pattern. Again, there's no wrong way. I just think overall, you're just setting yourself up for a better understanding of what's going to happen. We can see here. Let's look here. All right, so he pushed his gun. Looks like he's pushing Tesla as well. It looks like he's going for the radar. It looks like some of his other heroes aren't all, to level 40 and things like that. And then we come down here and then we look at what the skills are. Drone chips are lacking here. Obviously for this person, that's probably where I'd start to push. Same thing, he has the same amount of drone components that I have. He's a little bit further as far as percentage, but like we talked about, that doesn't really matter because it costs you an arm and a leg to get even higher after 8, right? But your goal is to get all 8. Then we can see the percentages here. He has a couple advantages. One is damage reduction taken. I'm a little bit lower. This is probably coming from his heroes. It's not coming from the actual buff, which you can see, and it states there. We can see it's coming from somewhere else. And then you can see the difference in certain areas. Obviously, I worked in my tank. But again, the area that I keep seeing that the most I'm lacking in is the missile, and that's what I'm working on when I'm not in versus and I'm not using my badges and special forces. I'm doing some type of specialty where I need to improve on. So here for me is missile. Am I saying if you make this improvement that you're going to always win? No, not necessarily. If I'm going against a missile here, they already have the advantage because they're getting that percentage. Again, this came up as well, and I want to touch on this real fast. When you come here, you have to remember that this is how it breaks down. So we look here. Tank receives 20% damage from missile, 20% less, right? Missile receives 20% less damage from aircraft, and aircraft receives 20% less damage from tanks. So just keep that in mind, and it also plays a role as far as who you're attacking. Because then what comes into play, which I see a lot of people do too, is they do the shield. Or they do the armor, and then they have all these issues and they have these things, and then they're wondering why they're not winning battles and they're losing. So keep that in mind. So again, if you want to support this channel, you want to donate, reach out to me. You want to support this channel as well, like, comment, share with whoever you want. And again, if you're looking for like a more one-on-one basis or more geared towards you, reach out to me, whether it's in the game, Discord, wherever it is. So I hope this video helps you guys. Like I said, get out there, have some fun, look for what you want to